Hello everyone, welcome to this math class here. We have this simple, nice exponential equation. The question is 9 to the power of 2x minus 1 equal to 5 to the power of 2x minus 1. The value of x that satisfies this equation here. Okay, if you are acquainted with the laws of indices, this is a simple math to solve. Now, if you check carefully, you discover that the base numbers are different, but the expressions at the power are the same. So how do we get the value of x here? So it's pretty easy. So let's take a selection, your selection. All right. So we have 9 to the power of 2x minus 1 equals to 5 to the power of 2x minus 1. Now we can use 2 to 3 or 4 methods to handle this. If you check this carefully, I can either one rewrite this expression here by saying 9 to the power of 2x times 9 to the power of minus 1. I will do same thing here. That will now carry all the terms that are constant to one side, the one carrying x to another side. Again, I can log both sides of this equation. I can take log to base 10 to both sides of this equation and apply the simple rules of logarithm to get my x to be on one side, then the constant terms to be on another side. That will also work out here. But here I want to use a third approach. What is that third approach here? Here, I want to make the right-hand side quantity to be unity. In other words, I want to divide through by 5 to the power of 2 x minus 1. All right, good. So divided by our 5 to the power of 2x minus 1, I equally divide this by 5 to the power of 2x minus 1. And so what happened, this and this will leave. We now have 1, 1. And so we're going to have here 9 to the power of 2x minus 1 all over 5 to the power of 2x minus 1 equal to 1. So the right-hand side of the equation is now 1. It has been made unity. All right, so from here, if you check this carefully, again, the base numbers are different, but the powers are the same. The exponents are the same. So since they are the same, we apply a simple law in indices which says that your a, let's take your a to the power of m all over b to the power of m will equally be written as a all over b all raised to the power of m. Right? So if we apply that here, we're going to have here 9 all over 5 all raised to the power of 2x minus 1 equal to 1. Wow. Now look at this step here now. Again, I can apply two different methods to getting my x from here. I can take log to base 9 all over 5 here. I will equally apply that here. I will get my x very easy. Again, because I'm having here to be 1, then I can apply the law of indices which says that a to the power of 0 equal to 1, provided a is not 0 or an imaginary number. So I'm going to apply that law. So the law which says that your a to the power of 0 is equal to 1, provided a is not equal to 0, an imaginary number. Okay, your I. So long your a is not none of the imaginary set of numbers and it's not 0, then this rule holds. And so I can rewrite this right-hand side of this equation. So we're going to have here 9 all over 5 all raised to the power of 2x minus 1. This is equal to 9 all over 5 further raised to the power of 0. Easy. Now remember the law which says that your a to the power of your y equal to your a to the power of your, let's say, x. It means that your y is equal to your x. Remember this law? Good. So if we apply that law here, what does that imply? It means this and this are the same, and so they will leave the system, right? So let's wipe off this and continue on the side here. So this is going to give us here our 2x minus 1 is equal to our 0. If we add 1 to both sides of the equation, we're going to have 2x is equal to 1. Because we're looking for x, we divide by our 2. And so this leaves the system. We now have x equal to 1 all over 2. So this is the value of x that actually satisfies the original equation. But we can do a simple check to see if our root is extraneous or it's not extraneous. So let's do a simple check. So have your check. The original equation we know is 9 to the power of 2x minus 1 equals to 5 to the power of 2x minus 1. So wherever we see x, we're going to put 1 all over 2, right? Good. So we have here 9 to the power of our 2 times our 1 all over 2 minus 1 equals to 5 to the power of 2 times 1 all over 2 minus 1 also. So applying the law of indices, this will leave and this will also leave. So I'm now left with 9 to the power of 1 minus 1 equals to 5 to the power of 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 gives us 0. So we're now going to have 9 to the power of 0 equal to 5 to the power of 0. And anything to the power of 0, except 0 and imaginary set of numbers, that will give us what? 1. But again, there is a bone of contention here that 0 to the power of 0, some mathematicians are saying is equal to 1, while some are saying is undefined. So next I'm going to make a video on this, okay? Both of them are correct, okay? Depending on the situation, depending on what you are looking at or the area, the angle you are looking at this from, 0 to the power of 0 could be equal to 1 and it could also be undefined. But on what ground we choose our answer to this? I'm going to make a video on this, okay? So watch out for that video. All right, so 9 to the power of 0 is what? 1. So we have here to be 1 and here we have this to be 1. So we are having 1 equal to 1. So what does that imply? It means that our x equal to 1 all over 2 actually satisfies the original equation here. All right, so when you have a math problem of this kind, this is how you solve this. I know this is for beginners though, okay? So thank you for being there. We'll bring more questions, more solutions to math problems your way. See you in our next class. Bye for now.